couples seeking divorce, friendships ending, children getting written out of the will, all over political differences. Our country is experiencing high levels of political polarization at the same time that national levels of empathy are declining. As a close relationships researcher, when I look around me, I can't help but see the parallels between what we have going on in our country and a long-term marriage gone sour. We have stopped listening, thinking we already know everything the other person has to say. We assume the worst in each other rather than the best. So where do we go from here? I think we all want to move forward into a kinder, better future. And the question is, how do we get there? To do that, I think we need to have more productive and constructive conversations. So pulling from the relationships literature, I want to suggest 3 things we can do to make that happen. So one of them is to give each other the benefit of the doubt. Assume the best in each other rather than the worst. Look for the reasons why someone might be behaving the way they do. Think about what's going on in their lives, what their experiences are. And that leads me to number 2, which is to seek understanding rather than try to be understood. Often when we talk with other people, particularly those that we don't agree with, our goal is to try to get them to understand our point of view. We just keep talking and talking until we think that maybe finally now they'll get it, they'll understand us. But that's not working. Instead, we need to try to understand where they're coming from. Try to talk in order to get what they're saying and what their point of view is. Ask questions rather than keep making statements. Why do you think that? What experiences have you had that have led you to believe that? Where is this coming from? And number 3 is to find common ground. We often now focus on our differences. It's really easy, especially with those closest to us, to start glossing over the ways that we're similar, our commonalities. So taking a step back and asking ourselves, well, what are our shared beliefs and values? Where do we find that we agree? And begin with that place and build a foundation from our agreement to help us better understand the ways that we do differ and why. Because we can keep stewing in our own contempt and resentment and name-calling, or we can do what relationships researchers would urge and start having these more productive and constructive conversations where we actually listen to each other. Because not listening at this point is not getting us anywhere.